everybody. Welcome to Vaccine Crew. As you might notice, we are down a Sammi, sadly. So that's going to be a thing that has plot relevance at some point, because Aya forgot to tell me that she was going to Florida before we did her character arc. So this is going to be fun. And I'm sorry, the Lunar Knight is going to miss some fun times again.
Well, I hope she enjoys the sunny rays and the orange juice.
Yes, and I'm hoping you're watching, because I would love to see your reaction to some of this nonsense, because it's going to be great. So last time we played, you guys had made your way into the Tomb of Lost Heroes. The what you came to realize is the resting place, or at least the memorial to the ancient heroes, known as some of the ancient heroes of the Red Army rebels. The tomb held artifacts relating to their life, to statues of the famous heroes Hertz Laserbeat. Oh my god, I can't believe my brain literally just did that!
That was perfect timing, too. It's like the important one, and, what were the other ones' names? What was my character's name? I don't remember my own character's name.
Visca Archfur, and,
the bassist. He was a Dragonborn at one time?
No, he wasn't even fucking there! The other one. I am a horrible person. I am so sorry, Jesse.
I mean, it's not...
Vermithrax Pejorative, who I believe later took the name Laserbeat as well.
Yes.
You guys found all of these strange artifacts from 1,000 years ago, and some that are much more recent, including a 2-year-old signed photograph of Bark from his first winning season. And signed pieces of art by of the Red Army rebels by Passion, who you guys know to be Sammy's girlfriend. You guys learned that it seems as if the Lunar Knight is actually related to these individuals, and I believe you guys have put together, and she may have come out and told you guys that she is the daughter of Hertz. And through weird science shenanigans, she's been in cryosleep this whole time, and you guys were charged with trying to find her. You took up a handful of the powerful magical items left here in this tomb to help those who would try and reunite the Lunar Knight and Sammi, finally, at least in their physical bodies, rather than in the one that they're sharing right now. And I believe you guys may have passed some around. I want to say we took a short rest so that you guys can figure out what everything does. And we'll pick up there. You guys are sort of sitting around, trying out your new toys. At this point, I'll say that the Lunar Knight is just sort of like sifting through, Lunar Knight and Sammi are sort of sifting through these things, just sort of looking around and processing. What do you guys want to do?
So what's the next step now? We found this place, we found our new tools, we found our new purpose, but we don't really have a lead in a new direction. What would you propose there? What was it, Vina?
Yeah, Vina works. I mean, I guess the shithead hologram, I mean, Yost, said that we need to go to the museum, I guess. Didn't he say something else about like a eye of Visca's eye or something? I guess that's hidden in the mysteries at the museum, I guess.
I thought we were going to the moon.
Well, yeah, we have to figure out how to get to the moon, Bark.
I've heard rumors that it's made of cheese.
Lord.
That's super dumb. No, it's not.
I agree.
I would know. My powers come from the moon. The freaking Lunar Knight.
Yes, they don't call her the Dairy Knight. So what is it he expects us to find? Have you ever been to this museum?
I mean, no. Presumably it was built after I went to sleep. I mean, unless it's been there for 1,000 years. I don't think it was... I mean, okay, when I was there they were talking about a museum, but it hadn't been made yet. I don't know. It's been 1,000 years. Who knows if anything that I remember is still around?
Fair enough. So I suppose we should be trying to angle ourselves in that direction then.
I mean, yeah, unless... I mean, I know this kind of took away from you guys, got some other stuff going on, unless you guys have anything that you need to try and deal with.
Well, there is that whole debacle with the anarchist and his bombs, and then there was that thing with the chemist down in the lab with the gun rexes and all of that mess. So we still got to stop a terrorist, but we're into this for the long haul with you, so we'll see it
She's
through.
like, only about half of that makes sense, and that's only because I'm actually starting to see some of Sammy's memories, and it still doesn't make any sense.
It barely makes sense to us, and we're here the entire time.
That's fair.
Last time I checked, though, out of character, I don't think we had any more real fresh leads on the anarchists, have we?
You haven't, but you also needed to give the professor some time to go over the data that you guys had found, and you guys had just sort of, I think you guys have this will now be like 2 days or so since he's had that stuff to peruse through.
Well, let's see here. Where does it say that this museum is located at? Is it in the nearby city?
He said it was Henshin Museum, so presumably at Ranger Command, wherever the hell that is now.
Is that right? Wasn't there supposed to be an old Ranger headquarters that they used to operate out of?
She's like, well, there was the castle, there was Crystal Lake, there was, I mean, those are the main two. And she sort of like, okay, hang on. This is really weird. Sammi is saying something about, you guys already went to the museum? Or no, you went to Ranger Command. Ranger Command. You guys went to Ranger Command and you didn't go to the museum? Okay, whatever. She's yelling at me. Apparently, I have no idea.
Sammi really didn't feel like going to the museum. She just kind of wanted to get, what's the word? Wasted? I think that was the word.
Plastered?
Maybe.
Chocolate wasted?
Fit chased was the
word.
word.
They tell her?
Something about 1,000-year prophecy or something.
Oh, yeah, no biggie. All right, cool. They led with that. Good to know. That explains some things.
So we kind of skipped the museum.
How I ended up that time waking up with a major hangover and didn't get any of the fun parts.
That is correct.
Well then, I guess it's back to Ranger Command. You don't have a teleport, do you? There?
Me? No.
No, he was actually he was turning to indicate the other ranger in the room.
Oh.
It would help if we could see which way you were directing yourself there, friend.
It sure would. But nobody wants to see me eat, so I'm trying to.
That's fair. I don't think this really qualifies for pulling out one of the protocols. Looks like we're going to have to either take some fun little road trips or, I guess, maybe fly in a plane. You do not see this helmet leave, but you feel the scared stare of looking over at Barkley.
So,
Kat, I would like to use the Knights of the Grid badge and just look around with that activated for portals or anything like that.
Okay. So you look around, you haven't used it that often. And normally when you see a portal or an opening to the grid, It sort of looks like a clear doorway, ringed in like a bright neon blue. Looking around, you don't see anything, and then you turn around toward where the entrance is, and you see a blur for a second, and then another blur, and then another one, sort of scattered around, and then they fade for. Sort of like you're looking and you can see superimposed what you remember being up there on the surface, and the image of what you're remembering where that like the nearest mausoleum was blurs for a second. Like there's some kind of interference or something.
Okay.
So what you're telling me is you actually do want to go on a road trip now.
Reluctantly, unless somebody has a better way of us, I don't know, teleporting without breaking any of the laws that would get me into massive amounts of trouble, and ideally not get Sammi into massive amounts of trouble. Just putting that out there.
Well,
if y'all are rich.
Well, I mean, the team bus is a sector away, or a section away.
Lunar Knight's like, well, I am, but I have no idea what the hell happened to my assets, so who knows? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's all of it's in here. You found really expensive wine, didn't you?
Oh no, did we?
You just found some really fucking old wine in here.
Is it old wine or is it basically vinegar now?
It's vintage. Let me see how many years old it is.
Vintage or
400 years old.
Yeah, it's vintage.
Can I run an investigation check over the grid or over the over the web to look and see whether there's any like dormant, long dead bank accounts in the name of Vita Laserbeat?
That's typically the sort of thing that you would need to have certain permissions for. You can't really just figure out what somebody's assets are typically. Especially somebody that's been dead for 1,000 years. It's like saying, how much money did George Washington have in his bank account when he died?
Well, it would have been a matter... pardon me. Ooh, good grief. It would have been a matter of record.
Not necessarily, though. And certainly not one that would probably be recorded for 1,000 years.
I don't know. The owls were a very long-lived species. And as rich as Hertz was, you guarantee you they'd be admitting that fortune pretty tightly. It can be a flat no, I understand.
Yeah, so. It's not necessarily the sort of thing that you would be able to find.
Well, the team jet is still parked. We can take that. I mean, that's what I planned on.
I mean, if you remember any bank accounts that you had open, Third International Bank or whatever, you could walk up there and say, hey.
If that bank still exists, we can find out. But I guess let's get out of here and see where we're going next. So,
which bank are we talking about here? Barkley pulls out a wallet with like 50 different credit cards, each to a different bank. Is it this one? Is it Radix National? Is it?
That's a really inefficient way to manage your accounts. Never mind. All right, we're going. Let's go, Mr. Mark. Yep, let's go. And she starts marching her way out of here. As she's going, she's like stopping in the hall and picking up random things and putting them in her pocket. She picks up like the there was a night vision binoculars. She picks them up. I don't think she has that. And I believe she still has that old jacket sort of draped over her arm, and starts marching her way up and out of the tomb. She does sort of stop at one thing and picks it up, and it looks to be a old, like, one of the old-fashioned, like, digital photo display things, but it looks like it's not broken, but it's not charged. She tries to turn it on, and it just gives the, like, red no battery sign. And she just sort of sighs and puts this in her pocket. Onward, I guess. And as soon as she passes where you guys saw that hologram, there is a flash of light for a second, and Bob, not Bob. Voxhart. I just read the name. You see a recognizable symbol for a second flash in your vision, and then for a half second you guys see glowing on the ground where she was standing a circle that is cut into even sections like a pie chart of different colors. It is black, yellow, red, pink, green, and blue. And Voxhart, you recognize this as the symbol that's usually left when somebody teleports.
Hold.
Wait a minute. I think I've seen that before.
For a half second, you hear, ah, shit! And then it's cut off.
Yep. So,
isn't
I
that...
inspect this. Yep. It is.
Isn't that the symbol that normally is on a Zop It machine? You know, it's just like, zop it, twist it, pull it.
Fuck you, Scotty.
So, on approaching this, I see that it still appears to be an active teleportation slot. No?
You recognize that as the, that's what it looks like when you get teleported by Ranger Command. So, like, when you teleported here, that's the symbol that would normally be left behind when you leave.
Oh. Okay.
It's the equivalent of, like, the Thor Rainbow Ridge thing that burns in.
Sure. Okay.
But it's like a sort of fading hologram that vanishes in a moment or so.
Okay, so if I see that, I'm going to try and use that. There's some way that I can detect where it's going to, right? If somebody landed there, and it seems like somebody has recently used it, right?
You're guessing she was either teleported to Ranger Command or Ranger Command took her somewhere else.
Okay.
Because that is not, it's not like a teleportation circle. That is uniquely specific to what the Ranger Command's teleporter device does.
Sure. Okay, so you'll have to forgive me because I'm not as deep into the lore here as the rest of your fine, lovely party. Can you simplify for the dense Bob, because I seem to be lost here?
So the teleportation spell is a little different than what Ranger Command has. Ranger Command has a device, which is sort of like, it can go past barriers that teleport can't. What you were guessing happened is someone at Ranger Command was like, hey, we could really use Sammi right now, and pulled her to them.
Okay, that's the part that I missed. Okay.
Yeah. So whether they were going for Sammi or going for the Lunar Knight, that part's a little on the but...
Is there a way that I can tell, like, with the way that this mark is left, are there any other signifiers that kind of denote this? It's not just Ranger Command, period. It's like Ranger Command at different levels of command itself. Like, do I know that this is a Nocturne one that's being pulled, or that this is a Ranger 1, or, you know, like a ranking system?
Actually,
it's different to get picked up by a...
Yeah, I will say that I do not remember what the actual ranking, like, we have actual stupid ranks and everything for what each one is, but it looks like it's pretty high up there. It's sort of superimposed onto the center where it would be, to the point where if you're not looking for it, it's kind of hard to notice, considering it's just a couple of lines, sort of like I think it's 3 chevrons for the highest rank.
Okay.
But it looks like it was pretty high up there.
All right. Guess what? We don't have to take a flight. I would say that this is high enough of an issue that we can use my teleportation.
Oh.
I am going to call out the command, and I'll have to pull it up in my documents unless you want to give it to me on the quick. The level of command that allows me to pull several individuals with me, because this seems to be a dire emergency considering the situation.
So, you pulled up and sort of send the request to Nocturne, and what you get back, for, like, initially you're expecting, like, oh, he'll call you, and as soon as you send it, you get an email back, that just says, needed her out of there.
That's it?
Needed her out of there. Make sure he's gone before she comes back. And it is the bottom of where the signature would be for Nocturne is just the letter Y.
Oh no! Oh no! She's been kidnapped. Quick, we should go and save her.
You don't see this. This is an email in front of his visor.
Luckily for you, I know how to read subtitles, which is just common inverted through the visor.
You're one strange little not undead.
I was some dead. Kind of.
Yeah, and you're mostly not dead, but you're definitely not undead. So, yeah. I start trying to calculate everything that's going on, and you know what? Today seems like a beach day. Why don't we go to the beach right now? Let's get out of here. Let's just go.
What about Sammi? Is I pointing right at the symbol where she teleported away?
Yeah, Simon's gonna like his head's gonna rotate, but just on the one axis and kind of slow like as it comes around to bring a bear to the
I'm going to then do something that I have not done yet. I'm going to lift just the part of the mouth guard. You know what I'm talking about? Sort of like how Optimus Prime can do that with his shield mouth, right? I'm going to do that. I'm going to shield either side of my face and mouth out.
Who are you mouthing that to?
Unfortunately, I
know
that I'm definitely aiming it at Simon. I don't know if Barkley, with his desire to understand and know everything, is also going to see.
What?
No.
Okay, good.
No. Voxhart is quite right. Voxhart is quite right. We really do need to be getting out.
Yes. So
you're oddly a lot quieter when the mask gets removed from the lower half of your face. It's really weird.
It's sound protection. Remember, I'm a sound-based rider here, so don't worry. Yes. So let's get a move on.
Lead the way.
Oh, can do. I start making my way out and try to see who is actually following me, because Vox is definitely a little more suspicious of his surroundings. He doesn't think that these people would do anything, but he also doesn't know if anybody is bugged. So,
yes. Well, I'm going to be right behind him, bringing up second point and keeping my head on a swivel. So,
yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
So Voxhart and then Simon, you guys make your way up and out of the tomb, and sort of make your way into the night air, and both of you, immediately upon exiting, see that there is a group of figures standing, maybe about 40 feet or so away from the entrance. It looks to be a group of those muddies that have that same like elongated canine head. And sort of muscling out from sort of like shoving them away, and actually like sidestep, outsteps another figure, a Henshin that you have never seen before, in dark black Henshin armor with the elongated sort of canine head, and crossed arms. Where is the one named Sammi?
I'm sorry. I don't think this is how our interactions normally work. Do you mind sharing your name, your rank? Because I'm pretty sure I outrank you here, champ. I mean, you're hanging out with muddies. At the very least, you've got to be, what, a monster of the week?
He sort of just glares. I am one of the Dark Warlords, and if you want to get out of here alive, you'll hand over the Sammi aura.
Simon's going to tilt one head to the side.
You guys have heard of... You guys have heard of this person before.
He's one of the Dark Warlords. I bet you the butler did it. And he's going to unwrap his chain, and his garment is going to pick up and go to his battle garb. So he's definitely getting himself stance for a fight.
You guys sort of file out behind the rest of your crew and start to see these individuals. It looks like a group of muddies. It looks like maybe about 12, but you see figures off in the distance. You're not sure if it's just randos that were visiting their loved ones and were unlucky enough to be here at this time, or if there are more in the distance.
Well,
are you sure we can't use that sigil that's on the ground to teleport to? Whoa! As I walk out.
He just shit had teleported her out of here.
God damn it, Barkley!
You will not lay a hand on her. As I cast a Retroverse spell, I don't know what action it is, but you guys see some like overly over the top like full plate armor from like a video game. And you make a hard light sledgehammer, and I use it to point at them.
Oh, what spell is this?
Illusionary armor. It's a bonus action actually, so I could do all that in one turn.
Cool. Sweet. Yeah. He just sort of like sizes up, and you actually, yeah, no. He sort of shifts, and you see the small metal plates on the armor start to shift, and almost like it's sizing out, and like the muscles sort of bulge and grow, and the canine head elongates. There is this terrible roar.
How far are they?
40 feet away. I want everybody to roll initiative, please.
You got it.
And I'm gonna use my anniversary gift. This new cool thing that you can hardly see on screen, but it's there. It exists.
It's all good.
You need to see it, not us.
That's valid. I mean, it helps you guys too, but...
And anybody else who's watching on here right now.
Oh, that too. Yeah. So, we're going to start from the top. Did anybody get a 25 to a 30?
No.
It happens, like, very rarely. 20 to 25. Oh, boy.
21.
Oh, okay, there we go. I was scared for a second. 15 to 20.
15.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Great.
10 to 15.
14.
12.
Uh, 10 to 5.
Yeah, 9.
9.
You have higher decks, I guarantee it.
Probably.
Most definitely, yeah.
Because I have a 0 mod.
And cool, I forgot for the bad guys to roll their initiatives. Super.
They don't
duper.
They don't need it.
That means they get a 0,
okay.
right?
No, that does not mean they get a 0.
Did
The
we turn it
muddies,
in?
however, do get the last because they're muddies and they're terrible at everything.
It means they get 6 legendary actions each turn, and they go first.
Yeah, that's how it works, right? So, Daiyo, you are up first. This fellow and his array of muddies are 40 feet away from you. What do you want to do?
1 second, I'm looking. Okay, yeah. I will sigh and say, "Come on!" I will grab my cigarette, throw it at them, and cast a fireball.
Oh,
Oh, shit! All right. Okay.
It's a good way to start a
God, I
battle.
love you, Daiyo.
it had no kill like overkill.
Yeah, no, I
That is-
love it.
So anime.
Yeah, the cigarette will turn into the fireball, actually.
That's
awesome.
Yes.
brilliant.
Hell yeah.
It's a very, it's a very anime sort of thing.
Also, it's the first time I cast a fireball in D&D, so
Woo!
Congratulations.
Really?
Wait, this is your first fireball?
yeah, I never play casters.
Cherry pop.
Someone quickly get him some cinnamon whiskey.
This is also Daiyo's first time casting Fireball too. You guys have
Yeah.
never seen her pull this shit out before.
What's your DC to beat for reflex saves?
Not higher. I think it's like 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, 13. I'm pretty sure.
8 plus proficiency mod plus whatever your casting modifier is.
So you're already at 12.
Oh no, yeah, I didn't
What?
update it ever.
What's your casting stat?
14. Well, it's 14, so
I think it's Wisdom, right?
yeah, it's wisdom.
Okay, cool.
I have plus 2.
Yeah. So Fireball is a
14, yeah.
That's correct.
and so your DC was what again?
14.
Okay. So you do catch about 6 of these muddies and this Anubis fellow in the fireball, and roll your damage.
Wait, okay.
8d6, I believe.
Yeah.
And I know that we're having a bit of a...
23. Yeah. All of those muddies just completely explode, even the ones that pass their saves, because they don't have a lot of hit points to begin with. However, the Henshin fellow does not look like he took as much damage as you would like. So that is your action. You want to do anything else with bonus action or move?
I can only cast a cantrip, right, as a bonus action?
If you have one that is a bonus action, yes, because you can't cast 2 full spells on the same.
Well,
turn.
yeah, I mean, it has to be a bonus action, and it can only be a cantrip, right?
Yeah.
No, the cantrip has to be an action. The bonus action was a spell level.
Well, yeah. If you have
My question
have
is,
something,
it cannot be Hunter's Mark.
it cannot be Hunter's Mark. No, you
Okay.
can't do Hunter's Mark and Fireball at the same time.
Are there any
so-
cantrips that actually do give a bonus action?
I
Yeah.
don't think so. I don't know though, because I know there are a handful of new Retroverse ones.
I'll check it on 5e tools
Yeah.
while we're doing this because I've
Yeah.
got a few turns in. I'll come back to that.
Hunter's Mark is a bonus action casting.
But it's not a cantrip.
Yeah, but you can't cast 2
okay,
spells
yeah,
in the
yeah,
same
yeah,
round.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
you.
I just didn't know what else you can do with the bonus action.
No, I'll just stand there,
Okay.
looking very cool with my new helmet.
That is very cool. Voxhart, what do you want to do?
All right. Sizing up Daiyo, having just seen that. Fucking. All right. He takes his right foot, draws it across the ground in front of him in a crescent shape, gets his hands into place, presses his legs down to the ground, and then jumps up to set off his Crimson Crash directed
Ooh.
at the main bad.
Cool. What is that? Is it a ranged attack, melee attack?
Well, so
Does he
first,
need a save?
so Crimson Crash is an Eldritch Kick of Justice, and yes, it will in a second. Technically, I'm moving first. I'm getting this put together. I start dashing forward, and then I pop in the air and do. It's the Eldritch Kick of Justice. It's if hit, so I do have to do an attack first. The target must succeed on a con save. Con save will be
Okay,
15.
Con save.
All right.
He passes.
All right. Cool. But that's if I even hit. I don't know if I'm going to hit him yet.
Okay.
So I'm going in for my attack. I'm going to spend a lucky. Too lucky.
Wow.
I went from a 7 to a 1, gang, for those of you who want to know.
Oof.
Oh.
All right, there's something. 18. So 18 plus 8 is 26.
Oh yeah, that's a hit.
Yeah. I don't care. As long as I get the hit, I'm happy. So yeah, he's going to take 3d6 of force damage. If he had not succeeded the save, he would have taken an additional 2d6 of radiant. So we're looking at 12, 13, 14, 15. And do I add my modifier or no to that? I don't think I understood that part.
I'm going to say no, because I don't
that's
think
okay.
it says you do.
I just want to make sure. All right, so I do that as my attack. I had to move. You said they were about 40 feet from us, right?
Yeah.
So I had to move my entire speed of 30, do the attack. So now I'm right up on him. And as far as bonus actions are concerned, I don't think I have anything viable as a bonus action in this class. So
what was your damage?
It was 15 in total of thunder damage. I'm sorry, force damage.
15 you said?
15 in force, yes.
Okay. All right.
So I'm at least going face to face so everybody else can try to position themselves better.
He's not happy with you.
Good.
Yeah, no, he's going to go ahead. He is going to use one of his legendary actions to attack you with his network weapon.
Cool.
And he pulls out his network weapon. It is a Kurosama, the sort of like scythe-like blade on a chain, and whips that around towards your noggin.
As he does that, a little skull pops up next to his shoulder and says, "Legendary action? Really? So soon?" And he needs a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
I love it.
Peanut gallery is the best.
That
I wish
is
it did
probably
more.
a fail. That's an 8.
Oh, it's an intelligence saving throw. My bad. Does that change anything?
It's
Probably
a
not.
9.
I'm pretty sure that fails. Yeah, that definitely fails. -1 to the attack.
Okay, so instead of the 20 that it would have been, it is a 19 to hit you, Voxhart.
I tried.
No, that's okay. I appreciate it. I have an armor class of 18, so it hits.
Cool. So,
but now I'm having to relook up a bunch of this stuff, realizing I'm not playing D&D, I'm playing Retroverse.
Oh. That is 9 points of damage to you, Voxhart. And Bark, it is your turn.
Do you mind if I just describe that kind of damage? Is that okay?
Heck yeah, go for it.
All right, cool. So he takes his, what did you say, Kurosama?
Yeah.
Okay. And could you describe the weapon again?
It's a sort of like a scythe, curved scythe blade on a long chain.
Okay, so he he spins it, throws it at, or he just takes the blade of it and just slashes me with it?
Yeah, he's sort of whipping it around, and the goal is to try and get it to wrap around your neck. And the way that it would ideally work is if you were a much less competent warrior, it would wrap around your noggin and either choke you or slice your head off. But you sort of
but
are
instead
able
I
to...
put my my arms up, which also helps with the antlers to keep it from getting around my neck. But as he pulls it off, he slashes around where my forearms are, and you can see that he's not feeling that punchy spirit right now.
As a bonus action on my turn, Bark stands a dramatic pose, and he says, "Slam Jam," and his stand pops out, aka his quantum hard-like clone of himself. So now there's 2 Barkleys, an overly epic, like, the King the Skeleton King from Diablo 3 armor, with giant balls.
Nice.
And they both rush the guy.
Cool.
The illusion will attack first, I guess. Well, he's not an illusion, he's actually there. The hard-like clone will attack. You got a nat 19.
That would hit, yes.
And then I'll use my action for an attack. Instead of extra attack, I have 2 attacks. Okay. So, pew!
For those of you playing at home, the soundtrack now changes to The Pillar Men from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
No, that's if I was shirtless.
Question for Bark. Are your hollow light weapons magical?
They are +2.
Oh,
So-
shit. Nice. Go for it.
So he can get slam jammed. All right, let's see. A 13 was the lowest one, and 18 was the highest. Are those two swings?
The 13 misses.
Okay, so 2 connect then. The hard light clone and one of my normal hits. All right, let's roll. Let's roll that damage. 23 magical bludgeoning damage.
Oof.
As I like to think, the attacks are just like them, like they're just holding the. It's really goofy and not conventional fighting at all. Like I'm just like pivoting on my heels and just spinning with the hammer,
Nice.
and they both just like blunder or something.
Cool.
And that's my turn.
Cool. Yeah, it's his turn.
He can technically use a legendary action before it's his turn at the end of my turn, and then go to his turn.
Yeah, he can, but he's not going to because he's trying to save that. Yeah,
Okay.
he is going to.
Well, the legendary action resets at the end of his turn anyway.
That's true, yeah.
Sorry, guys, I'm making the DM more powerful with legendary actions.
It's
Oh
true, you
no!
are. Yeah, no, he's gonna take a swipe at Bark because that hurt with his legendary action.
Which one are you going to swing at, buddy? He needs another intelligence saving throw. After my turn, I got my reaction back and used
You
it.
did, yeah. That's a 12.
He fails. -1. And
Okay, so
which one does he
it would
attack?
be. You guys have the same AC though, right?
He's not sure. We
Yeah,
look
okay.
exactly the same. He knows which one's which. It doesn't say he.
Oh, he
wouldn't-
knows which one is which?
Yeah.
He's going after you then.
Okay. He gets another intelligence saving throw. I'm sorry. There's a lot of intelligence saving throws.
That one is a 14.
Okay, he just passes. He would have had another -2 because of my illusionary armor.
Okay.
But that's not the case.
So he has a -1 though, right?
Yes.
So that's a 17 to hit Bark.
A 17 would hit.
Okay. So you take 13 points of slashing damage from that Kurosama. And he is that's his legendary action, and he is going to turn around and for his
Can I ask a quick question?
Yep.
Would Bark have been like up next to me when he came out?
I was probably the last
for
one
a second,
up.
and then he ran into like melee with the guy.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to figure out where I am in relation to Big Bad and everybody else.
Yeah, so for his action, he is going to move and use Battle Charger from
he
the...
moves?
He does, yes.
So, how close is Voxhart to him?
Hi.
Yeah, you can go ahead and take another swipe at him if you'd like.
Hell yeah.
I would, but I used my reaction for Peanut Gallery.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's great. I'm glad you did. All right. So, okay. 19.
Hits.
Good. All right. So we're looking at a D6 plus 5.
Nice.
All right. I mean, it's not the worst. It's 8.
Okay.
Cool.
Excuse me while I forget how to math. Cool. And then he turns and just bolts, and it is like a blur of light. You can't even see him for a second. And with Battle Charger, he gets to make his next attack because he moved his full 40 feet and going directly for Daiyo, who just fireballed a bunch of his minions.
Oh.
And attacks at advantage, and that's a natural 20. I'm sorry, Daiyo.
Is that
It's
so?
okay.
I should have saved the reaction.
And he also doubled that, so he does max damage plus rolls again.
Beep, 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 beep. Your HP bar. I don't know if that's going to be in the red or what. Oh.
Are we doing the Alamo maneuver?
That is.
That means getting out. Retreat.
Not Voxhart.
Was Daiyo next to me, perchance?
Yes, I believe
Cool.
so.
I'm going to take my reaction and hit him. Thanks, Sentinel.
Yeah, sure.
What weapon are you using?
My chain, because that's what I've got out.
Oh yeah, he's got quite a range then too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you are a wall.
Use a big spinny blade of death. And that's going to be a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Whee! Okay. All right. Well, it's only one.
Daiyo, that is 46 points of slashing damage from that Kurisama, and I need you to make a strength saving throw, please.
Okay. Saving throw, right?
Yep. Strength.
Okay, that's a 9.
You
But
are
I will
prone.
use 1 in a million.
Cool. You roll again, or do you just succeed?
Can I just succeed?
I don't know what the ability says. That was me asking you.
No, I have to re-roll and get the new number.
Okay, there we go. That's the one we want.
Yeah. So now it's a 16.
Unfortunately, that is still a fail.
Oh.
You are prone. What was Simon's damage to this guy?
It was 8,
8. Okay.
just for a gimme attack.
And that was with your chain, right?
And his speed is now 0 for the rest of the turn.
And that chain is magical, correct?
It is.
Okay. All right. So that's the end of his turn. Lyra, you're up. This fellow is right next to you. Just beat the shit out of Lyra, cut her to hell, and tripped her.
Daiyo.
And that's the one I meant. Whoops. And is standing over top of her. What do you want to do?
First of all, I would like to say I'm sorry. My blind and deaf dog is barking at the door. So.
Oh, buddy. Oh.
Purr.
So, he's going to bark, and I'm gonna put him away in a second.
It's okay.
I'm going to do Mom Spaghetti.
Cool.
It's
oh,
ready.
Shit. That fucks
Yeah, Mom
up.
Spaghetti is ready.
That's a lot of allies. Cool.
That's a lot
So
of
what does
friends.
he need?
Charisma saving throw.
Okay. Yeah, pretty sure that's a fail. That's a 12.
Yes, that's a fail.
Yes.
Fuck him up, Lyra.
Okay. 3, 10, 14, 21. Somebody count how many of these I'm doing.
I got 3 so far, right?
Okay. 21, 27. 29. How many is that?
5.
Yeah, this will be
what you
number
just
6.
rolled to 6, yeah.
30, 33, 34, and 30, 38, and that's it. 38 damage.
Damn.
Nice.
I'm gonna go put my dog away. I'll be back.
Okay. Whew. All right. He's not looking happy.
Good.
Yeah. That's her turn. Simon, you are up. This guy is very, very angry looking. He's sort of snarling and growling, which is not what you expected, but okay. And bleeding profusely. What do you want to do?
Bad dogs, get the chain. So Simon is going to open up his characteristic can of whoop ass. We're going to start with some chain attacks here.
He's being a bad dog.
Okay, we're starting off with a 24.
That's a hit, yeah.
After image. That's even higher. It's 27. So that's 2 hits. Nat 20 on the
Nice.
higher contrast.
Yeah.
So roll your second one to see if you roll again or if you just do max.
That's a 15 on that die.
So that is you roll again.
Hot diggity damn. Wait, roll damage again or roll attack again?
Roll damage again.
Okay, cool. So that's... You'll have to help me keep track.
So it was 2 regular hits and 1
one crit with max plus roll again?
Yeah.
So pretty much roll damage like you hit with 3 attacks, and then add the max damage to a single attack on top of all of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's gonna... I'm gonna stop there because I might probably blow his head off. Let me start rolling those. Let me start rolling those d8s here. It's... Ooh, fuck. The first hit is 7, 5, fucking 12. First hit is 12 damage. I can math, I promise. Second hit is also 12 damage. The third hit is max plus roll again, so 8 plus 4 plus 5 is 9, so 17 on the third hit. How's he looking?
He is not doing great.
Okay. I want in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's all I gotta do for right now.
Cool.
Vex in the comments over here killing me.
My computer cannot handle both Twitch and Zoom, unfortunately. Yeah, so he is going to use his reaction to snarl furiously. And yeah, he is going to use his reaction, or use his one of his legendary actions to he sort of like does that thing where he bulks up again. He actually goes like when it fills out, he actually like sits a little lower to the ground, like his knees sort of form like bend backwards, like he's going into a sort of feral woven form. And all of the creatures within a 15-foot cone, which I believe is everybody except for Bark and Vox, needs to make...
I'm still coming up the stairs.
Gridmaster.
Yes.
I had extra attack class feature that no, actually, fuck that. It doesn't count for this. Disregard. Carry on.
Oh, okay. It doesn't say whether this is a... I will say that it should be a wisdom save, because that makes sense. I believe that is still everybody, because it would he can angle it such that it would catch Crypto coming up the stairs. I need everybody to go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Is it a fear? If it's a fear thing, wisdom would make sense.
Yeah.
I can't think of a single fear thing that was not a wisdom saving throw.
You said everyone, it's no longer Barkley and Voxhart out of it?
Yeah, leaving Vox and Bark out of it just because you guys are like 40 feet away.
Yeah.
All right.
One.
Oh boy.
Roll a 1. Okay. Yeah, it's annoying that it is this way, but I will say yeah, no, it's just easier to go through it this way. So, Lyra, you failed. You take...
No,
7...
I got a 21.
Oh, I just heard the 1.
Yeah, I heard 1 as well.
Yeah, I heard I got a 1.
No, I got a 21.
Okay, you're fine.
I was like, no, that
you
failed. Everybody's dead.
Oh, a 21, you take...
No, you take 3 points of psychic damage. Simon, what did you get?
30, 20.
3 points. Daiyo.
Ow.
9. But I will use legendary resistance from my helmet.
Nice. Okay. So you take 3. And Crypto.
I rolled what was it, wisdom? Okay, so it's an 8 total.
Okay, so you take 7 points of psychic damage, and because these things require you to do them twice, I need everybody to make another wisdom saving throw. And because it might affect some of you, this is a fear effect. Because I think a handful of you might have like powers against that or something.
Crypto, are you resistant to psychic? I'm trying to remember. I think one of the Wunari sub races were thing. No,
I'm
I
not.
don't think he is.
Never mind. Wait, you're blue though, aren't you? Or I'm thinking corruption game, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a Wunari there that's blue, isn't there?
Yeah, he has the
Cool.
He has that because he's
Shiny.
shiny, not because he's a Wunari.
Because he's shiny.
Okay.
Lyra, what was your second wisdom saving throw?
12.
You are frightened. Simon, what was yours?
It's an 18, but if that doesn't get it, I can use saving face to go up
You
to
are
plus
fine.
5. Okay.
Daiyo,
8, and I am out of tricks, so.
you are frightened. Yeah.
Okay.
And Crypto, what was yours?
Mine was a 12 as well. Though I have a question. Have I attuned to the
Yes, all of your stuff you have attuned to it.
Oh, okay.
Because
Well,
you guys did take that short. I think I said you guys took a short rest so that you could attune to all your new jazzy stuff.
I'm immune to fear while wearing it.
Sweet. Yeah. So some of you are frightened, some of you are not. That's his legendary action. Crypto, it's your turn. What would you like to do? This guy just tried to make, just sort of blasted you guys with some weird energy wave. With his, that one was the Xenon Breath of the Dragon. He just sort of roared in your faces and sort of gave you a little bit of a headache, but not much else.
Chrome-tastic.
It was like he couldn't see. He's like eye level with the top step as he's coming up when that happened. So it's just like, I don't think these magic weapons are very good. My eyes are tingly and I have a headache. Oh, hello. And since we're attuned, if anyone like sees his face, his visor is now like half and half. Is like green and then blue. It's like, oh. Okay.
Oh, you're like that one album cover.
Voxhart, what'd you do?
I'm sorry. What?
Last time,
Actually, you're saying this from 40 feet away. I can't hear you for dick.
I mean,
what'd you do?
I heard weakness. What?
There is another Henshin that you've never seen before in black armor with a sort of canine sort of face, just snarling at you.
Yeah, it's not the old bus; it's a new bus.
And I'm dead on the ground, more or less.
And Daiyo
So
is on the ground cowering.
I see Daiyo, and I guess I put 2 and 2 together, and just laser blast.
Nice, cool. You roll for that, right?
Yes, it's a range attack. So that's 17 plus 6.
That's a hit, yeah.
And grab these 3 right here.
That's the sound of Wunari charging up their laser eyes.
Yes, absolutely.
That's the sound the laser corgi makes before you die.
Oh yeah, that's totally a corgi laser bark
Instant
noise.
death.
I rolled on all 3 die. I rolled the best and the worst. So that would be a total of 9 plus 2, so 11 radiant damage, just kind of to his general area, and it's kind of tinged blue instead of the normal like neon green.
Cool.
Well,
so that's your action, right?
Yeah, that's an action.
Okay. Anything else? Spell anything or no?
I'm gonna go ahead and make sure real quick. Bonus action, activate Shield Gauntlet and pull out Longsword.
Okay. Crypto's turn. This guy's turn. Yeah, it's annoying he still can't move away from you guys because his speed is still technically 0, right, Simon?
Until we're at the top of the initiative.
Cool. So yeah, no, there's conveniently somebody that is on the ground and cowering right now. So he's gonna take a swing at Daiyo because he's an asshole.
Because of course.
Are any of his muddies left?
They are, but they go in.
Is this
second.
the same? Okay, this is on the same turn.
Yeah, he's using his last legendary action of the turn.
Okay, so I can't react to this one.
Well, lucky for Daiyo, he rolled garbage even with advantage, so that's a 15 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
No.
Am I within the 5 feet of Daiyo?
I'll say yeah, sure.
I want to use my defense expert reaction to add at least a +1, where I use my shield to kind of try to get in between.
So
still hits.
What's your AC?
13.
Oh,
Baby.
I'm wearing a swimsuit.
it's fair.
Commitment to the art.
I want that to be on a T-shirt for you. Because I'm wearing a swimsuit. Period.
Can Daiyo just like make a dramatic pose and like the ratings go up like crazy?
No, I honestly, I want it on her tombstone. Like,
that is 14 damage to Daiyo.
oh no.
Okay.
And
I have a ton of HP.
that is the end of his legendary actions, and it's the Muddy's turns. What is their speed? I don't even know if they can get to you in a round.
I thought they were like a
Rescue guys.
20-foot run, aren't they?
No, they're 30 feet. Okay.
Okay.
But they still can't get to you. So I will say that half of them are dumb, so they're just going to use all their movement to get into melee with the group of you. And half of them are going to stay and attack Bark and Vox. So 3 of them rush at the rest of the party and can't use their actions. The remainders, there are 3 of them, and they're going to take a swing at Vox and Bark. And 2 are going after Voxhart and 1 after Bark.
Would it make more sense that
Actually, no, yeah, you're
they would go
hologram
Vox
if they're-
and Bark
they're
1 and Bark
stupid.
2?
Yeah, they're holograms and they're stupid, so sure. Oh, God, I'm sorry, I just looked at their intelligence. They're really stupid. Oof. That's a 6 to hit Bark the first.
I just let it bounce off me. I don't even move.
Yeah. And oh my God.
They swing like they do in the
8?
actual Power Ranger show where
Yeah,
they like purposely
yeah.
miss.
Yeah, 8 to hit the illusion.
Well, the illusion is not an illusion. It's hard light, so it just bink.
And of course they rolled a nat 20 on Vox.
That's fine.
But it's a muddy, so
Yeah, I am not worried.
okay, it does not, so it just does its max damage. So
Good thing we're not doing
It
3rd
deals-
edition.
8 damage to Vox.
Ow. Oh, I didn't
And
even
that's what
tweak
it
my numbers from
does.
before.
Muddies are the worst. That's
Yeah.
the end of the initiative. Daiyo, you are up. It's back at the top again.
Okay. I will stand up. I will. I'm melee, right? And I'm fear.
Yeah,
Frightened,
yeah.
I mean.
you are frightened, yes.
So I will use my bonus action to pull myself together and add my lock on feature, granting me advantage, so negating the disadvantage.
Okay.
I will add my sharpshooter and gunslinger bonus and shoot at its face.
Go for it.
I will try at least. That's 20.
20 hits.
Good.
Who's Anubis?
14 radiant damage.
14 radiant
face.
damage. Okay.
And I will shoot again.
Okay. Are you did you get up?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. I can remember. Go for it. Go shoot again.
I have disadvantage because
Yeah, I think this one is disadvantage.
it's only the first. It's only the first attack. Right? Yeah, okay. Okay, 2 natural ones, so it's okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, the end of your turn. Yeah, no, you're annoying.
I'm laughing at Jesse.
That's a pain.
They're not wearing
Dance
dancers belts. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
Thanks
no,
for-
he's
thanks for
just
pointing that
going
out.
To,
You're welcome. You scarred me. I have to scar the rest of you.
he is just going to attack Daiyo again with his Kurisama.
I wanted to use my bonus action to healing ward me.
Didn't you use your bonus action to do lock on?
Oh yeah, right, that's true. Yeah.
Sorry. So, his Kurisama, that is a dirty 20 hit, so it's not a crit, but he did hit you again.
Yeah. It's easy.
For another 12 points of damage, and that is his legendary action. Voxhart, it is your turn. There is a muddy in front of you, ineffectively trying to harm you. It did a little, like, you might have a bruise, maybe.
Sure. So it's a pretty decent dash. If I wanted to spend my full movement, I could just get over on top of Anubis here.
So he's 40 feet away, but the battle charger thing, when you actually no, that's the
I think I can use
yeah.
my beast drive to help me out here, right?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
It would have to take away the thing that I wanted to do, which was use weak spot, but that's fine. Yeah, I'll use my beast drive, stag, swift to be able to get an extra 10 feet of movement, which would bring me right over there.
There you go. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you do seem that he's a little faster than you guys are.
Oh yeah. I mean, again, monster of the week. It's just his quirk. I'm going to wreck him. That's exactly what's
I would
going
love to.
through
Yeah, go
Voxhart.
for it.
Yeah, okay. So I'm just making sure how many I have left of my signature moves, because I'm going to using my one hand to set off my recaster, showing off a symbol of the stag, to set off my my dash ability, my swift ability. I use my other hand to push off the Muddy's face, start dashing forward, and pull out my recaster from my belt, which turns into a sword called Damascus.
Cool.
It's a +1 radiant lawn sword, and I'm going in for my first attack, because I didn't realize, not only did I not use my second attack when I used my signature last time, but I also didn't use my dash, my battle charger. So
yeah,
I seriously nerfed myself. So I'm going in with that, and I'm going to set off Deep Antler. It's a booming slash of fragmentation.
Sweet, go for it.
Cool. So we're going in, and
what does that look like? Does you just like jump in and you're like heads forward, and there's like a silhouette of like a giant elk behind you or something?
Damascus. It looks like minus the twining parts that come off of my antler. It is effectively like a pure white antler of light.
Ah, cool.
If you've ever seen Black RX, it's kind of like how he pulls out his radiant sword from his belt.
Yeah. And for what it's worth, I do think we determined that the signature moves you can't pair with extra attacks. So you get one signature move or two of your regular
I
attacks.
see. Okay, that's perfectly fine. I'll still take what I'm taking right now. So I'm just trying to find where my because I'm having to manage with my printed out copy of Test Wave 2 over here. I'm just looking for Battle Charger.
One of my favorite things.
Battle Charger. When you use a dash action, you can go
additional damage.
Yeah, and you do an additional damage. You double your dash movement and you deal an additional damage die.
Yes. Sorry, what were you gonna say, Bark?
I was just gonna say I really like that Henshin because of the special moves, because you can be like, it's special. It's like, what does your move look like?
Absolutely, no. So
That's the best part, yeah.
So what happens is I lunge and do a diagonal slash. That yes, nat 20.
Nice.
Hey.
Roll again.
Yes.
Are we gonna get another kick into dust?
That one is just 12 plus whatever my modifier would be. So
That still is a roll again. So whatever your max damage would be for your special attack,
okay.
and then whatever you would normally roll for your special attack.
Okay. So max damage on that special attack is going to be 24 thunder damage.
Okay.
Also, does he have any layers of corruption? I need to know for the sake of this because
He does not.
Okay. It would have dealt another die of damage per layer of corruption that it had.
Ooh,
So, well, I wanted to make sure.
that is real tasty.
Yeah, right?
You sure the Dark Warlord didn't have any corruption at all?
That's what I was thinking. Because if he was hiring the people
Corruption
from...
doesn't mean bad.
No,
Just-
but they go hand in hand an awful lot.
I feel like a De-Fragger strike should get that. Like
I
it
was
does an
actually
extra
going to say
dice
it's just
every
because he
layer.
walked into
Go
the
hand in
corruption
hand
circle.
in lot. Everyone in the corruption crew is just like, hey!
No. But hear me out.
I'm teasing.
Sure.
Grut just shrugs and just like, yeah, we're evil. Mhm.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say though, if the bad guy walked into that corruption town, don't you need like a single layer of the stuff to be able to even enter the place, just like a
Yeah.
lock in, lock out? Didn't they talk to him in the place?
You don't know. You weren't there.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, they didn't.
It's a meta thing. It was curiosity as a player, not a character.
I think they did the 2 and 2 and realized that they teleported elsewhere when they talked to him.
Sure. Okay, that's fair enough. So we're doing
Meta thing for continuity of the story.
Yeah, sure. So we're doing another 12, and then I'm rolling the extra die, 15 damage on top of the 24. So we're looking at 39.
How would you like to do this?
Yes! And I would like to also note that with my cape of explosions, I would love to get a bonus action. But yes, I would like to say that after being attacked the way I have and watching my at least temporary compatriots getting attacked, especially Daiyo after being so especially Daiyo after being assaulted the way that she has.
Mhm.
I dash over and I do this slash that goes up, and then as part of it, I do this special technique that I was taught from Nocturne that makes a full moon shape and then cuts right down the center, slicing him down across the face along the body, causing an explosion that radiates light and causes a boom into the earth, leaving the Voxhart logo of a deer head.
Nice.
Nice. Are there sparks?
So,
just sparks.
You
everywhere.
see, yeah, sparks go everywhere. It's the explosive finish. So you actually do see Voxhart for a second. You see that because I think when you go unconscious, your armor fades, doesn't it? As a Henshin?
If I go unconscious, I believe...
If a Henshin goes unconscious.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I think that's...
So you actually, for a half second, you see the armor part, and you, for a second, are like, shit, I cut through Henshin armor, and realize that he is falling to the ground unconscious. You actually see it peel back, and the face goes for a second from this sort of, like, angry woven werewolf face that sort of shrinks for a second into a more humanoid face of a pale-skinned man, and there is the explosion that sort of blows back, and you sort of like shield your eyes, and when you look back, there is a flash of light that is familiar to everyone else here except for Voxhart, of a black light that comes from the sky, hits where this individual fell, and vanishes. And when the smoke sort of clears, there is that symbol in the ground, and then there is no body left.
Yes.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
I'll take it.
The last time you guys saw that was in Subnautica, when you guys fought the decapods.
Yeah.
Those assholes. Is it pretty safe to assume that's like the Dark Ranger teleport?
The rest.
You all right?
I think you guys did determine that.
The rest.
I will dramatically fall in Crypto's arms and say,
Catch.
did I tank well?
You did very well.
Did I tank well?
I think I see.
Bathing suit is in shreds.
I'm wearing like a Henshin helmet and a bathing suit. That's what I'm wearing.
I can see the toilet in the sky.
Did I tank well? The heavily armored Crypto, 2 Barclays, and fucking a glowing illusionary plate mail.
Hey, with the muddies, I'm assuming we're just gonna clear that out.
Yeah.
Both of the Barclays just throw their balls and they weapon shatter, and he just conjures more weapons.
I can code blast
It's
until
pretty
they go
easy to clear up the remainders. It looked like there were a handful in the distance that were running towards you, and like you're sort of like, oh, Daiyo's like, oh no, I'm so wait, it moved, and just completely annihilates one.
I mean, technically yes, because I'm still at 28 HP, but
Yeah, they're muddies. They're very easy to clean up.
I almost feel bad for them. Almost.
So, what do you guys want to do?
Voxhart, do you want to maybe fill us in on what the hell that was about? I mean, obviously they were here for Sammi, but I mean, who was that?
Your guess is good as mine. I'm actually going to have to do some digging on that. But you remember how when I first came, you all thought I was some big old jerk, and I was tasked to protect Sammi?
From that?
I don't remember that.
There you go. I believe you, Crypto, and I give you an accidental, just reflexive pat on the head.
How tall are you?
I'm probably shorter than you, but as we've seen with me and Sammi, it's just a reflex.
The camera's like,
even if it's up here,
action lines top and bottom, like Simon's head whips around. Lenses in his mask flare, he gasps.
I mean, to be fair, I just annihilated the thing that was slapping around Daiyo. I think I get a pass.
Well, you can't see it, but facially, he doesn't react. His eyes squint a little bit behind his visor, just a little bit, as he's gonna go ahead and like just cast Cure Wounds, first level Cure Wounds on Daiyo. His hands just glow green for a second while Daiyo's in his arms. Whoops.
I will do that too, but making it seem that it's all Cryptos.
I cast illusionary armor on Daiyo.
Roll a 1 or a 2, you can re-roll.
Roll
That's
a sleight
nice.
of hand, Daiyo. See if he if he notices or not.
Oh, I love that ability already.
17.
He doesn't notice. Crypto, your passive perception is only 16, isn't it?
It is only 16.
Yeah. Spell worked really well.
So you get 10 HP back from that. From mine, anyway.
It's a D8, right?
Yeah.
It's a D8.
D8 plus your wisdom.
Plus wisdom, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And 8 more from me.
You said your bikini was in tatters, so the illusionary armor.
I mean, it's a one piece, so but yeah.
The illusionary armor is a black bar on the upper half and a black bar on the lower half.
Oh no!
I love it.
Brilliant.
Are you still doing bad?
Oh, sorry. They're not black bars. It shows like a Patreon symbol, and it says @Lluis.
Oh no! Now you have to draw it, Lluis.
It already has.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a thing that exists.
Yeah, I feel like I've definitely seen that art somewhere.
Yeah.
Enough.
Though I might just be remembering the Daiyo in the tuxedo swimsuit.
That was awesome. Yeah,
That was also great.
That's
for fancy parties and stuff.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But now there's a Daiyo in a Crypto arms that is just like, you could have it like one of those real fancy paintings, like
Yeah. an old oil painting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like the Conan one's like, oh,
Yeah.
with the flowing hair, except it's just a mane of Winter Moonari hair. You're Winter Moonari, right?
No, I'm Moon.
Oh, that's the one I was thinking.
A moon,
Yeah.
a Moonari. Anyway,
Moonari. Moonari. Yeah.
that makes you sound more like you're like a minotaur or something. But anyway, my bad.
Moonari, they have green fur, little antenna popping out over their ears.
Space cow. Sorry, it went over my head. Anyway, so yeah, what?
Oh, they're like moon men, Moonari moon men. So they're just green with antenna on their heads.
Ah,
Look like Gazoo or something.
yeah, Gazoo.
I will say, at this point where you guys are sort of like doing cleanup, Lyra, you do get a text from Sammy's number that says, "We're fine." Yelling at Yost, he's a dick. Hope you guys are fine. See you in a bit. And it says, it's signed, it has a little dash, and it says LK/Sammy, but mostly LK.
I have questions. Did she relay that first of all?
Yes.
Okay. Voxhart, didn't we just hear that Ghost was the hero out of time? Is that my understanding?
That is your understanding.
Is he back in time?
If I recall correctly, and Gridmaster, feel free to correct me here. Yost jumps through time in no particular direction. So whether or not it's now, the future, or the past, kind of just blips.
So what you guys
correct.
Yeah, so you guys do know about the story of the heroes out of time, because this is the sort of thing that would have shown up in history books for you guys, because this was a big deal about 300 years ago during the Machine Wars. There are stories of the two heroes out of time who came from the past, from 1,000 years ago or so, to the future to help fight in the Machine Wars. Piecing some things together, you're now realizing that one of those heroes out of time was Yost, who either has done a lot of pre-recorded messages or lives really long, or maybe has traveled forward into the future again, considering last time you guys heard that he was moving around and active at all was about 300 years ago.
Oh. I hope he had somebody picking up his mail. So where to now?
I think we should head to that museum.
Oh yes, that's right.
We might want to get there quick. I mean, if someone's already got to us here, then who knows if they're even ahead of us or something.
Absolutely. Seeing as teleporting appears to be a bust.
Oh, I will say, as you guys leave the mausoleum, you guys hear the sound of like shifting stone as that entrance closes.
Oh, I forgot I had these. As you noticed, the entire time I had shades up on my forehead, and I totally forgot about them. And I put them back on, and they're the star shades that Hertz has, if you recall.
Oh.
I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about these. They're kind of tacky, but... Yeah.
Wow, rude.
I expect Aya to punch me. It's fine.
Oh, wow. Can't believe it. But yeah, so the doors to the mausoleum are closing, you say?
Not to the mausoleum. So like you guys went in and there was that like secret entrance behind the statue. That's what closed.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I would not say I'm the most intelligent individual here. Perhaps smarter than some. Looks over at the star-glassed individual. So, if any of you happens to be a tactician or somebody who is... Oh, God, you're smarter than me? Fuck that. Excuse my language, but heck that.
Holoknight.
as smart as
We have
Bark
said
Bay.
so much worse than that.
He's
No,
just
I'm
really,
sure, but
really
I don't
smart
know
about
how much
one
people
thing.
like it here. So,
Intelligence versus wisdom.
oh yeah, I'm wise as heck. Blah.
Just because I'm smart doesn't mean I make right decisions.
There we go.
So, all right.
It's
then.
the classic comic where the guy goes in for a test and he puts in the cloak of wisdom and he's like, "Oh, I should have studied." Like the second he puts it on.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. Your tour
Now
bus is not available, Bach?
Sorry, I was reading Witch Chat. What?
Your tour bus. I said I don't suppose your tour bus would be available.
No, that's back in Neo Radami. That's hours away.
I was afraid of that.
Now that we're outside, I want to use the Knights of the Grid badge again, looking for any portals or anything like that.
Okay. Looking around, you see the sort of remnants of that blurry sort of blobs that you were seeing, and it looks like they're focused around where those muddies fell. And as you're sort of watching the remnants of it start to fade away, you're guessing that it was probably a sign of teleportation. So not a true portal, but similar sort of concept, which is what the badge was seeing.
Okay. Are there any portals here? As far as I can see, anyway. I don't not remember.
Actually, yeah,
Or
I
like-
will say there is one that is a bit in the distance. It looks like it is a tall statue of probably an angel or something, and it looks like it has a portal attached to it that I believe the name was the sorry, I gotta find this thing. I gotta
No,
print
it's
this
alright.
damn thing out. Virtual world. Here it is. The name next to it is the Celestial Bell. You remember having seen that one once, I believe, when you were touring and trying to figure out how this damn thing works.
Yeah, on the way to the jet. Yeah.
Yeah, you had sort of stepped through that one and realized that it opens up into a sort of mountainous area where there was a city in the distance in the mountains.
Okay.
Was that the Valley of the Ice Monsters?
No, it's a different one.
Oh, okay.
Does a sky surfer hover or fly, or does it matter when it's like going into portals?
When you're in the virtual world, it does not matter. In the real world, it sort of hovers about 6 inches off the ground.
Okay. Is the portal up in the sky, or is it just kind of in front?
The one where you guys are, no, it's right at the base of where the statue is, sort of like where you would go when you're going to stand in front of it. But it's one of those things where you typically can't activate it unless you have something like your badge.
Hey guys,
Yes?
I have a suggestion.
Lay it on. Go ahead.
Did you drop me?
No,
Guys, I
I'm
have
so-
a suggestion.
maybe I should put Daiyo down first.
I mean, I'm okay with that. I don't know.
How could you let Daiyo down like that? Doesn't. No, never mind. Because you're letting him
Set.
down. Never mind.
Sit
We
down.
got it. We got it.
And he's stick his hand out, and all of a sudden the sky surfer is gonna pop up, the big oar or surfboard looking thing, and he hops on. He's like, "Get on, please."
Oh, okay.
How big is this thing again?
I can hold up to 10 people.
Oh, it's a toboggan. Holy crud. Okay.
What?
Okay, so the way that it looks is he's got his surfboard, which is in front, and it can pretty much look like whatever you want it to. I think you said that it kind of just looks like a sort of silver surfboard, I think was it?
Surfboard-esque, skateboard, kind of just board-esque.
Yeah, and there's in the like up to about 10 feet behind him is a platform, basically, that can hold about 10 people. The way that I've been picturing it is when Green Lantern uses his ring to carry a bunch of people. It's sort of like a little bubble around them that trails behind the board.
As we all get on it, Barkley gets in the front, and he goes, and he gets a picture of him with everybody.
Actually, I just want to confirm because I did have a question about this. Do note my handle here, Netrider. I don't know if I would have been one of those individuals as part of Ranger Command that would be popping in and out of cyberspace.
You've been into the virtual world a handful of times, not a huge ton. You have seen this before, and you were a little surprised. You did not know that this fellow was part of the Knights Virtual.
Okay. He's literally part of the
Knights
cyber.
Virtual are a literal knighthood, and their whole job is to protect the world from any sort of corruption escaping from the virtual world into the real world.
So he's literally a cyber police then.
He's a what did they call him in Reboot? A guardian,
a digital guardian,
a digital So right to you. Why I ask is I don't know if my cycle, the streamer, the stag streamer would be equipped for similar travel capabilities or no.
No, it would not.
Okay, just making sure. Hopping on, being aloof about the picture then. That's really the only reason why I had to ask.
You do notice that Barkley does, on the people he assumes would not want their faces revealed, and the people he's not already friends with on Instaslam, that he would have tagged anyway, that he gets like stickers and stuff and like puts it over their face. Oh. So he has like a stereotypical, from our Discord, we have a Henshin one, so it's just the Henshin sticker.
Okay, so Voxhart has the antlers and then generic Henshin face over.
No, it's made really big to even cover the antlers, so you get like a chibi head.
I love it.
Like mascot.
That's so much better.
And Barkley adds like the sparkle emojis around, like he's like smiling, ding, and it's like right next to his face. Sparkles.
Everyone on?
I'll say yeah.
Yes.
And he's just gonna full tilt go the what is it, the 180 feet per round, the 20 miles an hour.
Holy crap! Okay.
And just start bob and weaving through the woods into that the bell.
Okay. You guys sort of zip through the cemetery and not heading toward the entrance. You head to this. Looks like Crypto is beelining toward this statue of an angel. It's maybe about 10 foot tall, sort of like leaned over with like hands clapped and clasped in a praying position. Looks like probably like a solar sort of bald head with a sword held down, pointing down. Crypto, you can see where that sword is touching the soil is where the portal starts.
If you want pics, you better do it now. We're not stopping. As he does not slow down.
I'm just taking pictures on rapid fire.
Full speed towards the statue.
I'm pretty sure none of them are going to be good. We're moving at 20 miles an hour. Things just a blur.
Like a handful might capture your faces because it's like it's high tech. They do have the motion capture.
Sleight of hand check.
Sports mode. Put it on sports mode.
It's on sport. It's always. You kidding? It's always on sports mode, and I got a nat 20.
Burst mode.
They are all perfectly clear, and they all perfectly catch your realization of, oh fuck, we're gonna hit that statue.
It shows all of us, and we're like, but in the picture, we're all like.
Full tilt, you expect to basically just hit this statue and careen off of it into different things, in different directions. And you hit it, and there is this reverberating gong sound of a bell ringing. And you guys continue, you go through the statue and you sort of turn around, and behind you is another statue of an angel with wings outstretched. And instead of holding a sword, it is holding a gigantic bell that's big enough to probably fit 3 of you underneath of it. That is ringing loudly. You guys look around and you are on top of a mountain peaks, just a vast array of mountains. And there is a city off in the distance, sort of with like white spires, glowing, sort of like a pearlescent white.
Wait, we just went into the net. We don't have the ties here. If we die in the game, we die in real life here, folks.
Just give me a second, real quick, and he's gonna look around for the because now we're in the net, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So he can see all the different portals, or most of them anyway.
You can, yes, and you can easily enough.
Oh, it is nothing but net. Certain person in which chat.
That was definitely Vex, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, glancing around, you sort of zip by, and you see in the distance what looks like a very small, like sort of abandoned old village. And in the center of the village is a well, and you're sort of scanning and look down, and in the well you see a somewhat familiar ring with white runes around the rim of it, and you recognize that is a portal to the well cluster, which is sort of the international highway that gets to everywhere, and you know that there is a portal from the well cluster back towards home.
All right, full tilt again. Just
you guys sort of
0 to 20.
Zip through these mountains, like along these very narrow paths. You're sort of like holding onto each other, zipping through here. The wind is just roaring in your ears. You're passing by and you see like these big mountain goats, and they have these huge horns that curl and sort of point out. And at the end where the horns point out are like little glowing gems. They sort of turn to look at you, and they have bright pink glowing eyes. You zip through this old abandoned village and sort of down this well, which is a very strange sort of thing. And when you come out, when you open your eyes again, you are in just a vast, empty, black abyss. And as far as the eye can see are these huge rings, like 30 feet end to end, that are
familiar territory.
Yeah, you've seen this before. You guys have not. All around are these rings of, I'm sorry, you can hear the dog's tags clanking because the Kevin just came down to greet him. Terry's like flipping out. The Kevin. These rings of black metal, and all around the rim of these rings are white glowing runes and a barking dog.
All right, he's excited.
Yeah, and in the center of these rings is a sort of glowing, green glowing energy. And Crypto just immediately zooms out of one and into another one. And before you guys can even really get your grip, you're standing on the sidewalk outside of your building.
Okay, we're here. As he just makes it disappear, and just everyone just falls.
There, there. I got it. I got my glasses to match. And I go,
"Where's here?"
That was awesome. Let's do that again.
Here is
should be Neo Reanatomy, like maybe a block from the apartment.
Yeah, I believe it's Apex Solutions, was it? Yeah, the name of the building you guys live in.
I legit used to work for a company.
I think you mentioned that last time too.
Oh, that's
completely random.
Oh, this is gonna be a weird call. Hey, Captain Jet Pilot Man. Yeah, you can just go home. We found another way home somehow. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Are you sure?
Yeah, and you did great.
Thanks. All right.
Boop. And that's that.
Yeah.
Can't argue with that.
Which way is the museum? Crypto asks everyone else.
I'll look it up on my AEN and start the navigation and start heading that way.
You look it up on Noogle?
Yeah, sure.
Or are we going with Boogle?
I will say that
Giggle.
just the direction where you guys are heading, I think I said it was maybe a like 20-minute bus ride from where you guys live to the Looper Call, which is Ranger Command. And Voxhart would definitely know the way, considering you actually pretty recently have gone from Ranger Command to this building.
Yes.
Would our bus driver be an old bald man? And he'd be really excited, and there'd be like some exciting music playing.
Sure.
As long as it isn't that loaf of meat, I'm happy.
You guys make your way again to the familiar, familiar to actually, I think all of you have been here before. Tall, sort of, skyscraper-like building that has 3 different towers to it. This sort of white steel that goes up. You remember one of them is the Academy. One is the civilian arm of it. And then the last one is where all things Henshin are.
If I recall correctly, the museum is in the Academy section, yeah?
I am checking right now. Because I wrote this down, but Lord knows I'm never going to find it again.
No, it's okay, because I have the document you sent me over here, so
okay.
I'm going to quickly try to skim with you.
There is a beautiful thing called Find.
Yeah, there should be.
Hey, I found it! That's super cool! Yeah, okay, so the command center is where the museum is.
Yes, I'm seeing that now.
You guys have actually been in this building for a very short time. You guys came here for lunch, I believe, with Romulus, right after having the whole info dump with Sammi. Yes, there are a fuckload of Henshin walking around all over the place. There's this one girl in sort of white uniform with like a black and gold cross on the center and a white cape that's sort of like walking and on a PA sort of talking to the woman next to her, who's sort of like just frowning and arguing over different things in the same sort of costume. Voxhart, you recognize these as members of the Avian Squad. All sorts of different ones, just a handful that you recognize by like call sign, like these two, and others that you can't know everyone.
No, of course not.
Hundreds of people, lots of guests too, just random people come here because the command center has all kinds of things. There is an arcade here, a disco, a huge mall, and hundreds of restaurants. So you guys make your way in and sort of come to like the guest services sort of thing. And there are escalators that go to the various different places. What do you want to do?
Well, it's not quite a beach, but we certainly can take a moment to breathe at the local shake bar nearby.
Otherwise, I went surfing.
The malt shop?
Yes, certainly.
I'm thinking
the definitely not juice bar and gym.
They're definitely not juice bars, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Juice bar and gym. A juice bar and gym would totally be a Henshin thing.
Oh yeah, no. They have hundreds of restaurants in here. Pretty much any kind of restaurant you want to find, you can probably find.
Certainly. So either we can take a second, breathe, and regroup ourselves, or we can just make a mad dash. I'm sure that Sammi and LK are going to be fine for a moment, and if we just run ragged, we will die.
Do you want to take a nap? Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm not saying I need to take a nap. I've taken a couple of hits to the face. I've seen worse.
It's okay. We know you need to take a nap. We'll take a rest for you.
Listen, if you don't want to take a rest, I'm perfectly fine. Let's move on.
Does anybody have a backpack?
I am restless.
What now?
Yeah, I think I've got. Hold on, let me check in my bag here. He's gonna start wrapping around his stuff.
Daiyo, are you okay? Do you want? anything?
Fine.
Oh yeah, after 10
I'm
minutes.
like half fine.
After 10 minutes, the
Oh.
illusion armor for both me and Daiyo's gone.
No.
Yeah, that
I'm
entire trip
censored
might
now.
not genuinely have been 10 minutes. Also, I forgot the entrance of this place, sort of looming over the command or the like info desk, is a massive statue of Yost slaying the dragon Radicule.
Oh,
Hmm.
by pushing a button?
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
In jokes, sorry.
I had to
Son
call
of
him out.
gun.
I had to
Son
call
of
him out.
a
I'm trying to
gun.
I was
remember. I think his henshin on my phone was an axe, right?
I still think it would have been way more badass to have a statue of him kicking a dragon overlord in the balls. That would have been a way better statue, if you ask me.
It would have been. You can take it up on him if you ever meet him. But you don't know that thing exists, because that's out of character knowledge.
Made of electrum.
Yeah, Electrum, the type of currency that nobody actually uses.
Yeah, use it for statues.
All right, so sincerely now, if y'all are perky and ready to go, let's just make our way over to the museum.
I'm fine, but other members of the party might not be feeling so spry. So
I've been looking at Daiyo this whole time as I'm trying to offer this.
Well, I mean, you're not the first to look at Daiyo.
I'm half.
For what it's worth, I do think it is getting toward evening at this point. Like, things are still going. Neo Red Ami is one of those cities that sort of runs all night long. And as far as you guys are aware, the museum is open all hours. Bright side, you're not at peak visiting hours, so you kind of have a lot more maneuverability than you would might normally have. There are at least no school trips.
Well, I mean, unless you're willing to acknowledge me as the de facto leader and make the decision for the rest of the group,
Well,
I ask the rest
I'm
of you.
fine if everyone else is fine.
Let's go. I'm gonna stay behind and shoot at people. Stop looking at me like that.
Daiyo says go, so let's go.
on we go.
Okay.
As we start to go, I'm actually going to stop them all. I'm going to take a pivot real quick into Capri Sunpack, and I'm going to pick up another swimsuit and just say, get changed quick, please. I'll spend whatever gold I need to. We're not walking around with...
It's like a goal to buy another swimsuit.
Yeah,
Here's the real
get-
question though.
Yeah.
Do you buy the like generic swimsuit with the little Henshin logo, or do you buy one of those swimsuits that actually looks like a Henshin outfit?
I mean,
I'm going to get one of the ones that's like, it's still a one piece, but it is absolutely a standard one piece with a little bit of a V-dip that is going to look like a... what skin tone are you? You're like a teal?
yeah.
Yeah, okay. We're going to give you the hot pink one. We're going to make
It's
that
normally
shit
red, so yeah.
pop. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a goal. You're fine.
Yeah, cool. Thank you.
Okay.
It's one size fits most, and she's pretty tiny. Fight me, Parks.
I'm gonna change there.
Exactly.
There are
Exactly.
changing rooms.
Yes.
You guys sort of wade into the, or at least one of you wades into the gift shop to pick up a swimsuit. In the window, they have like little action figures of the most famous Henshin.
You said they were gold, right?
You do actually. It was a gold, yeah. You do actually notice there is a display of Passion's books there, sort of displayed on a little display thing by the window.
What's her book, might I ask?
I believe it is an art book.
Okay, I would grab that almost like a compulsion buyer gets gum at the end of the grocery shopping.
Mhm.
And I will also change. And when I leave, I'm wearing a yellow Speedo.
No.
Oh Lord God.
But I'm a skeleton.
I love it so much. It's so bright. You're fucking pearlescent shiny. Aren't you a crystal?
Diamond.
Diamond.
Shiny. Diamond shiny.
Because
Yeah.
I'm so shiny.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's hold on. Let's put this whole look together just for the viewers at home here.
Yes, please.
Big black afro, right? glittery diamond bony
Big
boy.
black afro. Yes.
Yeah. The Hertz star glasses still, yes, which are also yellow frames.
Of course. That's why it's yellow to match.
Okay, so then this Rocky Horror Speedo.
Yes.
What shoes? Yes, like sneakers.
Oh yeah. I still have my sneakers. I always have my sneakers.
And sneakers. Okay.
Can I plus one this for a second here? Bark, I'm gonna plus one this for a second. The Speedo only comes in the yellow mallard format, so it's a bright yellow, and it has over where your bits would be. It's a what would be a mask of a duck. It's a duck-shaped helmet. So you got a yellow duck helmet for a ding-a-ling.
I don't even know what to say.
Thanks, I hate it.
There is a mallard.
That's the one I'm referring to, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't post it. I don't think that we can do that on Twitch or YouTube.
Lyra takes off her coat, her star coat, and she puts it over him, and she says, "Please put this on."
Poor Lluis.
Oh, well, I guess it is kind of chilly.
No. You wish you had to Google what a Speedo is.
Oh no.
F.
Whoops.
But it was worse than I thought.
Perfect. I hope the next time you
got
a mail
references.
drop-
Yeah, you got references now.
Yes, please.
Mariah, get your boy a Speedo.
Skrionk. I want him in a Speedo now.
Okay, so Barkley wears that unbuttoned then.
Wait, Barkley, that's a coat, right? Is it a trench coat, Lyra?
No,
Lyra?
it's like a cardigan.
Oh fuck.
A long coat.
Oh god, no,
It's a
I don't
long
need the
coat,
motion.
though.
Yeah.
I'm getting
Oh, let's not have the motion.
by
It's wearing
Skeleton.
a long
Skeleton.
coat and a Speedo and nothing else.
It's see-through. It's got stars on it, and they glow. Okay.
You made it worse.
You made no matter what, you've made it worse, Lyra, and I love you for
But
it.
Barkley doesn't understand, so he's just like, yeah, I am a little chilly, thank you. He just wears it anyway.
While we're in there,
I'm
can't
literally
resist.
frozen with mirth right now. I can't move.
I have two more pieces that I have to pick up for you,
Yes.
Barkley. So there is a thing that happened. At least I'm going to use real world stuff for a second. Over on Bo Kencher, they had to dress up the red in a bunch of good luck pieces to make his good luck outfit to deny the powers of the Feng Shui monster. I'm going to find for you what is it? Red Firefighter's hat.
Oh,
So you're gonna have a red firefighter hat to put on top of your afro, and I'm gonna make sure to also pick up for you. I'm gonna get you what is it? Yeah, blue glaives, comic reliefy style, paladin glaive sandals. Like they're not actual glaives, but they're made to like go higher. Think like the Grecian sandal.
Nice.
okay, so
I
this
love
just turned into a shopping montage where you guys just use
Yes.
Barkley as a model.
Yes.
And then you have him wear everything. Got it.
I am all for this.
I found something.
How
For
much?
ease, I will say all of those little accessories is a gold each.
Oh, that's fine. I
Okay.
will gladly.
Barkley refuses to let you pay, and he pays for himself because it's for him.
Okay, sure.
They also have, aside from the action figures of each little Henshin, they have a handful of build your own Zord kits, which are basically Legos, and you can buy different sets to build like known ones, or you can combine them to make your own stuff. There's currently a group of a small family of kobolds that are sort of pawing through the big. They have like a big bucket of them that are sort of open, sort of pawing through and building their own.
You definitely don't see any sweaty residue building up on Voxhart's helmet when looking at the figures and the high-end build your own mega what is it, Giga Zord?
Yeah,
was?
Gigazords.
Yeah. Okay.
What
Yeah,
were
you
the
definitely don't see that.
what were the shoes again?
Yes.
Those are blue glaives shoes.
Greaves, I think you mean.
Yeah, they're greaves, but they're like the Grecian style of sandal, the one that goes up to your like knee. but
Okay.
made to look like his greaves.
I'm writing all this down because I will not remember, and it'll be great when I look later and I'm like, what?
Please,
Yes.
please.
Bark,
We're
you
gonna- we're
remind
gonna
me of
try out
someone
a-
right now.
We're gonna try out a few looks here.
Yes. I'm so happy. This is the best I could have hoped for.
What's my charisma again?
Lucky.
Yeah, do I get advantage on charisma checks now?
It depends on the context.
So
Gotcha.
we're just gonna call this one the Bong Lee.
Bong Lee!
There we go. You got it. Here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna do right by you, friends. I'm doing right by you right now. Okay. So I'm sorry not to delay things too much here.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
I'm certainly going to put up in the background behind me because I have the power to add image, go into downloads, show you exactly the. Oh no, it's not doing it right. Damn it! I'll just throw it in.
Resizing.
Yeah, it crops it weird on Zoom.
That's dumb. No, I don't want it. You made me sad. No. Okay, fine. I'll just throw it into Zoom chat. Nobody on the stream gets to see it, but you're gonna get to see the Boken red
Right.
lucky form.
Throw me, I got you.
You got it?
I'll put it up if you link it.
Yeah, I'll link it to you right now.
The
Friendship
Dixie
is
cup.
magic.
The Dixie cup background is everything, Scott.
It's the best.
I was just
It's
like,
the best
I'm
one,
just like,
yeah.
I want to keep up a background,
Oh,
but
send
this
me
is
that. Actually.
Retroverse.
Send me that.
The Dixie Cup?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
gonna put it on. I'm gonna put it across mine too.
okay.
We'll just have it go all across.
It's a tall, not wide, so there's that one.
Oh Lord.
But here's another one for you. Because this one I could probably find a way to put in there, but there you go. This is what I've been doing to you, my dear Barkley.
Oh my heavens.
Huh.
That is
I-
beautiful. Thank you.
Yes, yes. 30th anniversary. You're welcome.
There it is.
Yeah, and for anybody who's watching on the VOD later, which I hope Scotty has set up here.
Oh, of course.
Okay, good. I had a friend who's getting back into doing this. Yes, thank you, Simon.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're
Yes.
welcome.
So this is basically what Barkley is trying to do, less the cool red part. So
Boy.
Hey, Daiyo.
Actually, wait.
Remember Sekhmet?
Yeah.
Dressed like that.
He did.
What?
Did a little bit, yeah.
Sekhmet, you know, the guy that was before Lyra.
Razor
Oh,
Rye.
right.
Yeah. Yes. Our edgy boy.
Oh
boy, edge
Razor
boy.
Rye.
So literal.
Like a Christmas sweater, like a tutu.
Yeah, he
Leg
kinda dressed
warmers.
like that, didn't he?
Yeah, he was a fashion plate.
But there are all sorts of things here. There are little earrings that have some of the different like Henshin symbols. Like some have suns or moons or lots of lightning bolts sort of things. A handful that have like specific ones that are based around like specific Henshin.
The duck.
There is a duck one, yes.
Yeah.
There are duck earrings.
Okay.
I will say they're probably like a silver.
is Lyra interested in learning about some of the other Henshin right now? Because he would be more than Vox would be more than happy to tell you about Mallard of the Avian Squad.
Mallard.
He's this little halfling power mask. He's a tech junkie, and he's always trying to just like get his hands on all the best tech. But he's just like this little wacka wacka. So,
Wacka wacka.
and so that's why the Speedo, it's supposed to be a gag, because it on most human-sized humanoids, it would be where his head would be, because he's a halfling.
Mm-hmm.
Good, you caught up, Cat. A+.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna use your space here.
Oh,
There you
boy.
guys go. There's the picture that he sent me,
Nice.
so they can see it all.
Lovely.
I don't know how it looks in everybody else's Zoom, but like I've got like mine and Scott's mirrored off of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is
Cool.
the best. I
Yeah, it's a good
love
day.
everything.
It's a good day.
So is that a short rest?
Sure.
I would love that. I didn't. Yeah, I would love to
Sure.
get some health back. Thank you.
Yeah, you guys can roll some hit dice if you'd like.
I'm almost out of hit dice. I keep using them on short rests. Isn't that crazy? Whoa, that never
Yeah,
happens.
I know. You actually fucking use them.
Actually,
Been a
I'll
long
use
damn
them
day.
because, I mean, crap, I never do.
What did you take damage from before this?
I don't know, but I was injured before, and then I healed from the short rest that you said at the beginning of the session.
That's right. You never slept. I don't think.
Yep,
Because you went out and partied all night.
because I'm restless.
Yeah.
AKA an idiot.
Yep.
All right.
The system can be broken, and guess what? It ain't. It can't. You good?
Yeah, so you guys can easily spend a decent amount of time in the gift shop, and I will say maybe let's end there so that Sammi can pick up something from the gift shop when she joins you.
Yes.
And also so I can fill this thing with some more shit because
Write this
is
down
amazing.
before I forget. I will spend an extra gold. She does get a sun hat. I buy her a sun hat.
Okay.
Oh.
Sorry, I threw my pencil into my egg dinner.
No.
Sammi gets a sun hat.
And I get Lyra since she seems really interested in the duck stuff for some reason, a duck-themed trench coat, maybe. I don't know.
Sure.
There you go.
Since she gave me hers.
Sure.
That's
That
cute.
rubber ducks across it.
Yes.
It's so good.
I'm gonna draw that now.
Yeah, I mean, all the ducks probably look like his Zord there, the Bereave BE200. So it's like a little like an aquatic tank.
Yeah.
You know, it wada is along the ground, but then it can also float across the water.
Yeah, as you're mentioning it, looks like one of the youngest of that group of kobold children is sort of like chasing around one that has wheels and is on the ground. And sort of like as it walks, the little webbed feet sort of are on wheels. So you just hear of slapping feet as this little like toy about yay big of a tank duck just waddles past you, and then a few moments later, a small child kobold goes running after it.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna end there, so we can
Sounds
see
good.
if you guys want to blow some more of your hard-earned gold here next time.
Wow, we have so much money we don't know what to do with it. Meanwhile, in Corruption Game, I wish I had food.
They have food. They just don't know what they're doing.
They have food but don't know to eat it, just like they have apartments and don't know to sleep there.
Hey,
Yes.
the crazy trash druid is the only one that eats and sleeps in the apartment.
I heard yeets, and that's still valid.
And he eats. He sometimes eats.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll pick up there next time, and I get to populate an entire museum, and I'm super excited, and a gift shop. So any plugs before we go? I'm going to say Lluis can go first, because I'm pretty sure that you're probably getting a little tired, because I think it's pretty early or late for you.
It's fine. I just have to wake up early. But yeah, check me out on Twitter. I draw a lot of stuff. Dire Pokemon, D&D things, Retroverse art, or check out my Patreon. So you don't see the Central bars and Daiyo and stuff. So yeah.
Heck yeah. Reese, you got anything?
Nope, not right now.
Okay. Jesse, you got anything? Sorry, my brain farted. I tried to call you Simon.
That's okay. Kind of disappear into the role, as it were. Unless we're doing the Sunday morning game, which we've missed the last 2 weeks.
I think we're doing that one. I think Kevin's feeling better enough for it.
Okay, then
I
that's
really
where
hope,
you can find
because I
me.
need some Spelljammer in my life.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, our Waterdeep game sort of turned into Spelljammer, and I'm super about it.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to space barding. That'll be exciting.
Yeah, Callie, you're up next. What's up?
Hello. Yeah. I'm Capped Callie on Twitter. I do art. I have commissions open. I'm in that Sunday game. Also on Power Score RPG's channel at 6:30. Aya won't be there this week, but we're doing Dungeon Academy maybe. Maybe. Who knows? But yeah, that's it.
What's going on? What's going on in Dungeon Academy right now?
We're in hell.
But what's happening
This is
in the
fine.
game?
My character's fiance showed up, and he's a dumbass. And yeah.
So we're in hell.
And nothing happened to Aya's character at all.
Oh, no, we're not fighting a dragon, and Aya's character didn't fly into the acid or anything. I'm trying to forget that, okay? I'm just trying to block that out of my brain.
Well,
scared
about that. Scotty, what's up with you?
So, you got a lot of shows here. If you're seeing this on Twitch, I have my schedule down below this. If you want to see the times for our normal D&D streams. But every once in a while, I'll also stream playing Dark Souls 3 or something. I guess that's it for me.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna go next. Trackless Tea tomorrow, right?
Yes. Tomorrow
I'm
at
super
7.
excited. We're hopefully gonna fucking kill Little Hydra finally. I'm super pumped for that. I definitely did not almost die last session. Totally did. So that's a thing.
You're totally not in the center of her castle where all the royal subjects are.
I mean, it's better than last session. Last session we were in her because she's made of water. And that's the thing. Yeah, so after that horrifying thing, and I'm super excited about it, Bob, what do you got up next for the last spot as our guest?
Oh, yes. Hi, I'm Bob Skerry VOA. You can find me at, just look at my Linktree link inside the chat here. But you can absolutely find me here on Twitch, where I stream every day but Thursdays. I try to get on Saturdays and Sundays, just doing some free play stuff randomly. Mondays I'm over at Milady Saito's channel. What? Who's that? What now?
That was the background. Somebody's. It's fine.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no. Monday I stream on Milady Saito's channel as Rev, a farm boy warlock character that's a tiefling. And then Tuesdays and Wednesdays I try to play some Steam and Pokemon games. I'm actually going to start doing a any % run of Sword with people, as well as jump into max raids and stuff with my personal game. So
cool.
Yeah. And if that's everything,
Sorry, last big thing. Even though you kids have me until you decide you don't want me anymore on these Fridays, on your opposing Fridays during Corruption Game, I happen to run a game of my own called Friday Night Fiasco. Please be sure to, if you can't catch it because you're such wonderful viewers on this channel for Scotty Hood, at least go and check out the VODs after the fact, okay?
Yeah. And if that's everything, we will see you guys next week for Corruption, and in 2 weeks when hopefully we get Sammi back, because we missed you, Aya, and we love you. See you guys next time.
Hi, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.